Hi, my name is John Brown. I'm a polymer scientist, where I spent 20 years in the pharmaceutical industry focused on biodegradable sutures, implants, and drug delivery systems. I'm also an environmentalist, and I understand very clearly that we're given one planet and we've got to take care of it. The combination of my life's work and my life's passion led me to found STENco. Let me take you back a few years to explain. It was April 2019 and I just grabbed dinner on my way home from work. That night I had what we in the American South call a meat and three, or an entree with 3 vegetables plus cornbread. When the meal came out, it was packaged to go. Every dish had its own little sub-container, and those small packages were stuffed into a clamshell. They even included utensils and condiments, a little tub of butter, wet naps. Everything was in its own little package. Since it was for takeaway, everything was even double bagged for convenience. I got home and packed the bags and I just stared at it. There were 36 pieces and 18 different types of plastic in this one meal for one person. So much waste. I said out loud, somebody should do something about this. I had solid experience with biodegradable polymers, but where do you even start to develop a food packaging system? I had some ideas and I needed a plan. This is a huge problem that's hard to even get your head around, but I dug in and dove deep. First, I reached out through my network and connected to organizations with sustainability goals and challenges. It didn't take long to get a hit. It seems that every company on the planet has initiatives to become more green. The first big break came with a coffee pod provider. They gave me extensive performance requirements: oxygen barrier, shelf life, food contact. The list was a mile long, and existing biodegradables were hit and miss over what they could actually do. Now that I had target specs, a plan started coming together. I literally built a lab in my garage and went to work. Nature would provide the inspiration, as many cellular structures have properties similar to what we were looking for. This field is known as biomimicry, essentially copying what nature has already perfected. Perfect example of this would be the avocado. They're nice and green on the inside when they're sitting on the shelf, but as soon as you cut into them, they turn brown. We copied this type of structure and we studied them and we advanced our science. Within months, I had several promising prototypes and solid data. Looking over the existing market, there was nothing else like it. So I filed my first patents and formed STENco. The initial fundraise was successful, so we outfitted a lab, made a few key hires, and focused on developing our strategy. We developed STENco as a low-cost, biodegradable coating that can be applied to paper, giving that material the performance of plastic. It's an absolute grease, oxygen, and aroma barrier, fully biodegradable, and a cost at or below the traditional plastics that are flooding our earth. The market opportunity is huge, estimated to be north of $200 billion. Our fundraisers have been very successful, and we have extensive support from the venture and angel community. Our team and reach has grown tremendously over the last 2 years. We're proud of what we've accomplished, and we're just getting started. We're actively engaged now with dozens of global corporate innovators, constantly advancing our chemistry and working with them closely towards commercialization. Our sales funnel is literally overflowing with opportunity, and we're actively engaged in multiple licensing negotiations. We found that the paper and packaging industries are hungry for a sustainable solution and have no shortage of ideas ready for our product. Our next phase is to monetize our existing IP through licensing and partnerships. Using our technical model, there's a lot more to be done, and we're working on the next generation of biodegradable polymers. We'd love to connect with you. Let's talk about how we can work together to make a better future.